What does it mean to be an American? To be a businessman? A modern day nomad? Or a 9 to 5 commuter? Living the same, albeit seemingly boring, repetitive life in the hopes to retire at 65, living out the golden years in the golf course? Or maybe a farmer, living off the means of which you grow and raise? No, I'm not sure that the answer lies so clear-cut and wrapped in a bow. Rather, I think to be an American today is less of a lifestyle and more of a mindset. The idea that life has success and fortune to offer, but it isn't just there for the taking. In order to capitalize on what life has to offer, one needs to develop discipline, a work ethic, and learn to find and take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves. I'm not sure if this is a belief that every American consciously holds, but one that has been ingrained into our society since the beginning. Over the summer, I read a book. This book is titled Can't Hurt Me and was written by David Goggins. You might have heard that name before, but his intense internet persona is a characterization of a man, a great man that lies underneath. Not a perfect man by any means, but one who demonstrates the belief of modern America well, that through sheer hard work and dedication, an ordinary person can achieve anything. For David, that meant pushing the limits of his sanity, far enough to nearly reach death several times. He trained and served as a Navy SEAL, ran ultra-marathons, and now works long shifts fighting Australian bushfires in the summers. His work is about defying the perceived limits of the mind. As he puts it, the human body can withstand and accomplish a hell of a lot more than most of us think possible, and it all begins and ends in the mind.
But that isn't the whole truth. While yes, mindset is a big component of how to achieve success, you still need to be given an opportunity to learn how to build that mindset. Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers does a good job in covering this, specifically in regards to its telling of Chris Langan's story.
I know you're all familiar with The Outliers, but let's dig a little bit deeper into Langan. Chris Langan possesses an incredible intelligence. He started speaking at just 6 months and taught himself to read at only 3 years old. He has scored around 200 IQ on several IQ tests and has been dubbed the smartest man in the world by several media outlets. Langan, on the other hand, has very little practical intelligence. He is unable to get people to see things from his perspective, leading to an emotional disconnect between himself and the person he is trying to appeal to. In turn, it costs him a scholarship to college and, for the most part, his whole college career. This is because of how he was raised, what opportunities he was given. That being said, very few.
So that's it then. Opportunity is what makes America, America. But then, what makes me an American? It's not just hard work or opportunities. In fact, most Americans don't get these opportunities at all. Well then, what is it? I think it's precisely that question that should be left unanswered. Being an American today is so vastly different for each and every person. Some people are victims of systemic racism, like Khalil. Others, the beneficiaries. There is no single American ethos that can properly capture any given American's experience. There is, however, a joining force that unites us as Americans: the ability to try. And with that, I will leave you with a poem.
Land of the free, home of the brave, land of those who try, and home of the graves. But to try and to fail falls above not striving at all. Sure, those who try to fly are always destined to fall, but it is that fall that is there to teach us, to live, to learn, to cry and to trust. To embrace that fall is to discipline, to build a work ethic, and break the cement. That concrete view that many of us hold. Don't essay to be great, just hope to grow old. For the old are the gold, but not are they set, considering they cannot fly nor fall if they're stuck in a bed. Lastly, to wrap up these words, I'd like to mention that we are much smarter than birds, but not in the sense that we don't coincide, for we all learn to fly, and we're all destined to die.